It's Thursday of the 4th week, so the course is almost over. I'm very sad about that. So the last few days we were mainly busy with preparing our classes, our sequences, and I had my class together with another girl, Kriti, in the morning, and it went quite well, so I'm happy. And then we also had classes. In philosophy we talked about different texts that you should have read as a yogi. So it is suggested, so for example the Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, so the teacher just told us a little bit about that. And the topics, of course, they repeat themselves in a way in different variations. For example, again, the realizing that death is a part of life. That was a topic again. Learning to trust yourself, that really is so important for everything else, and also for self-love. Yeah, this idea that basically everything changes, but there might be one thing that stays constant, and you can just find out yourself what that is. Maybe it's nothing. Nothing is forever. What is this nothing? So, yeah, and in anatomy and physiology we keep on talking about the joints and muscles. It's really fascinating. We learn to define all the postures, like what happens in each posture, external rotation, internal rotation, etc. And yeah, like we had some interesting points today in physiology. For example, the teacher said that in his opinion, so in Roshan's opinion, you don't have to always go over your limits in order to grow, like with your body. In his opinion, you should stay like just at the limit. And then this idea that you will not grow if you never go over your limit, in his opinion, is wrong, because when you are at your limit, so for example you stretched and you know this is your limit now, this is what just still feels right, then you can like breathe in it and relax into it, and by that you will notice your limit shifts and you might be able to go further and the next time further, but just like small percentage. And by this you grow without pain. Whereas of course some other teachers would say that you have to push yourself beyond the limit and you have to experience pain in order to grow and progress. So, but Roshan said that if you push yourself over your limit all the time, then it's like a danger zone for the body. Like your whole body thinks you're in an emergency situation because there are stress hormones, etc. if you overdo it. And that can lead you to kind of already tense up completely when you go into the yoga hall, because your body almost thinks that it's like torture to be there, and it's like, oh my god, don't do that to me again, and tenses up. And so the better way is to just go just to your limit, relax into it, breathe into it, and then slowly expand from there. Yeah. I also really realized by now that if you don't pay good attention to your body during yoga and pay attention to your own limits, then yoga can indeed lead to injuries, as it is sometimes said, can lead to problems in your body. Like in yoga, it can quite often happen that people really want to get really flexible and show others that they can do certain poses, and it's understandable, it's normal, but really then it can become a bit dangerous for your body, and it's also not, I think, really the point of yoga, even though of course I know this thing myself. I'm sometimes pushing myself too much. But really, for example, there are some rules, like never compress your lumbar spine, lower part here. So, for example, there's this cobra posture where you push yourself kind of up like this while lying down, and if you just push up with your arms no matter what, then of course you can go really high, but you might feel quite some pressure on the lower spine. and that is on the lower back, and that can be very bad. Don't do that. You have to just see how far can you go up by muscle, and also you extend to the front and extend your back, so that you're really long, and then you can move up without compressing anything there. Also with your knee, like in all these positions where you stand open. Again, I can't really show it very well here. So like warrior 2, where you have your legs apart and kind of stand like this. Sometimes the teachers will tell you to open your hip more and more and still twist and things like this, in a way that you can actually feel that it's not good for your knee, like your leg is kind of twisting in a weird way and your knee is pointing to a weird direction. So please pay attention to that and don't do that. Your knee is so important, and if anything happens to your knee, that will be really, really bad. So in every posture you're supposed to really feel into what is good for your body and how does it feel like when you move this muscle and this, when you contract this, etc. It's like a laboratory room where you can experiment with your own body. Everyone is a little different, so just try all these things out for yourself, and you can have a different triangle pose than someone else. Yeah, we're just talking about so many interesting things. I really love all the teachers, actually. I mean, some of them have a different style than I have to say, like in the yoga. But like, for example, this no pain, no gain philosophy, some teachers also have here a little bit, but it's fine. I mean, it's always different opinions, I guess. Yeah, we talked today also about breathing patterns in depression and anxiety and how they might differ, and how you might help people with depression and anxiety through certain body postures by influencing their breathing rate. Yeah, I can't even tell you all the details because it's so much and it's so fascinating, really. Yeah, with regard to the postures, like all the little things you can take into account and how it will change your entire feeling of the posture and the effects. It's really amazing. Yeah, so just one more day, one more proper day, and then like half a day, and then there will be the ceremony, and yeah, that's it. So weird, time passes so quickly all the time.